Oh, wow. It took me a while to start calling the red ball the
The cherry ball.
cherry ball.
They are lagging. My voice is in and out.
We're nodding a lot with each other,
Yeah.
staring at each other and nodding a lot.
And you can hear me okay, good, right? Because I got an amplifier if I need it.
Loud and clear.
All right, good. Okay, so Greg looks like, and just to let you know, these guys are laughing. So they're here to have fun. They want to win, but they are here to have fun. Let me go over the rules real quick. As you can see, he's racking 9 on the spot, 1 in the front, 2 in the back. They are breaking from the box, alternate break. It is, how can I play it? It is 10 ball rules with a 9 ball rack. There is no early 9s. There is no 9 on the snap. The 9 ball will be the last ball made. You call everything. They did get rid of the 3-point rule and went with no soft breaks. The 3 foul rule is in effect. The jump cues are allowed, and the guys are allowed to take breaks.
That's a great break.
The only bad thing about a template is you got to take it off, and then no one knows where to put it.
It's interesting to see the different breaks for the 9 on the spot.
Yeah, like Tommy, like the players that were here, Tommy, Matthew Shoemaker, Justin Espinosa, which he was there last time. There are some of the guys that have figured out the cut break from the box to make the 1 in the side pocket. I haven't really seen any other players really accomplish it successfully. Greg, he's the power breaker. Oh, just missed it. Oh, okay, yep. I don't really pay. I don't really watch a lot of snooker. I just played it a few times. All right, so Greg had ball at hand here. He's got a good spread here. Get on that 5 ball. So, what's your strength, or what, or favorite part of pool? I mean, what attracts you to the sport, other than
I actually met Tommy way later. I think it was, believe it or not, APA.
APA?
APA.
Nothing wrong with APA.
I was never really that great. I just wanted to learn because my father was such a enthusiast in the game, and I was terrible. I remember my first boyfriend telling me, "You're so terrible at this, you should quit."
And see, and he's no longer the boyfriend because
Yeah,
obviously he don't know
yeah.
proper etiquette. Boyfriend.
Well, he didn't last long, did he? Uh,
Nope.
so I was trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with my game, and
Mhm.
I found out that I was very dominant in the opposite eye.
Ah,
So I switched to playing left-handed.
which makes
Yes,
sense because I shoot,
really.
not pull rifle target shooting. I
Oh,
shoot left, even though I'm right-handed because my eye is dominant here.
that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm. Oh,
Um, I played in collegiate school for a while at Texas A&M
okay.
and
Nice.
Corpus Christi
Oh, you went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi?
for a short while.
My daughter's about to graduate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Island University,
Yes. She already got
Corpus
her ring.
Christi.
She graduates May 18th.
Oh, good job.
My baby. She's the youngest.
And I believe I was 18 when I left Texas. I wanted to kind of try something different.
Right?
Kept driving and I ended up in Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay.
First place I walked into was a pool hall. Got a job on the spot, and I didn't leave for 20 years.
That work?
Yeah, and got a lot of great players coming in and out of there, and learned quite a few things.
And you get to know the players though. Actually, help a lot of the small town players and pool halls. They want to help people grow. That's what I've been.
I like that when they spend
Yeah.
the time with you.
Yeah. Because I mean, I went to League City. I used to travel in the oil field. I'd go to Legends in League City, and there'd be this old man just sitting there, and he's like, "You want to play? Not for money or anything. Just play."
I've never been there, but my friend Cheyenne goes there. She
Oh,
frequents there
you're
a lot.
friends with Cheyenne? Yep, so are we. Yeah,
She's a sweetheart.
she is.
Met some great players up north. There's a lot of great players up north. Karen Core came in the room a few times.
Uh-huh.
To, I had the pleasure of watching her play and practice for a while.
Dude, that's nice when you can meet. Like we have here, April Larson. So I get to see her once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
She's just got to play hard.
She really does.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. I
Yep.
I I was singing outside while there was this guy playing the guitar, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna sing her a song. Yeah, don't be afraid. Just do it. I'm pretty sure I broke my voice several times. And she was like, "You did absolutely wonderful." And she's like, "I love that you did that. Good for you." And she's like, "It
Mhm.
was beautiful." When I, when I knew it wasn't that great.
Well, your worst critic's ever always going to be yourself. So you're not as bad as you think.
Mm. You meet a lot of great people in the pool world.
Yes.
I believe that's 95% of my friends.
Okay, my voice is cracking in and out. All right.
All right, back to the game.
Yeah, no problem. We're still in the first game. I think they're still working it out. Now, both these players, they've been playing. Now, Tommy's played a lot more today since he got knocked to the one loss side. But he's a fighter.
Consecutive races to 9.
Yep.
I think he
Over
did
and
6.
over. Yep.
Mhm.
What's up? So, is Tommy have a home pool hall?
Yes, he is the house pro at Bogies.
He's at Bogies. Okay. East or west, or is there still east and west?
It's same owner for East and West.
Okay. I've never. Which one? I've been to the one, the original.
I'm new to Houston.
Yeah, I'm like
There's Jersey Village and there's Humble.
Humble.
Yes.
Humble's the one I've been to.
That's my favorite room.
Yeah, I was traveling in the oil field, and of course, I hit pool halls.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't see any other way.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for. And no offense, everyone, but if you live in Mississippi, I feel sorry for y'all. Other than Hattiesburg, y'all don't have any decent pool halls anywhere.
I judge cities by pool halls, sadly.
Yeah, I used to go work in Laurel, Mississippi. There's not a single pool hall in the entire city. Every bar is tied to a restaurant. The Chili's and all of them. So there's not
Oh,
a pool. There's no darts. There's no pool. They closed their bowling alleys, which is where they were.
was this recent or
No,
years
this
ago?
this was. I was traveling there 2013, 2012, somewhere in there.
And props to the pool halls that survived during,
The
the
pandemic.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes.
We lost a lot of bars here, but the pool halls survived.
Yes.
Some of them are still trying to recover, but they stayed open. All right, so what we got here? Dry break. Music's coming through.
Do you want me to?
No, you're good. Which is weird because music was not coming through earlier with a louder. Give me a second, everyone. I'll get the noise gate adjusted. All right, I'll leave it there. Y'all let me know if it's getting through.
Lonnie, as always, is the commentator, and my name is Asia. I belong to Tommy.
Belong to Tommy. Okay. Oh, or do you belong to Tommy's cat? Cat.
You know, I feel sometimes like Mega is my owner. He
Mega is
tells
your
me
owner.
what to do on a daily basis.
Okay, while I'm talking, it's coming through. Okay, if it's we're talking, we're good. And Millie said we're still a little choppy, right? The adventures of streaming in different locations. And you can't ask them to turn off the music because that's one of their revenue streams.
Correct.
Customers want to pay, so you have to learn how to take it out other ways.
I thought they were going to listen to the game.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what's the score? 13, 16. Oh, someone just touched that. Okay.
Do you feel like the cue ball is moving a little fast today? I know we're
Um,
on the Cyclops cue ball.
yeah. Yesterday, I was told by a few players that the other tables were running different than
Yes.
this one. This table. This table, I think, gets more action than anything
I
of the
see
eight
that.
footers. Um, because everything works its way here. The Friday night tournament works its way here.
We're catching a lot of the cool air coming through as well.
Yes. Yeah, the door is literally right here to the left. I had a GoPro set up. I tore it down. It was getting hot. So
Well, it feels great now.
yeah, yesterday was hot, temperature wise. So y'all met. You and Tommy met.
We met through our friend Shauna. She is one of the owners at Breakers in Herndon, Virginia,
Okay.
and we're very close friends. We were at the Super Billiards Expo, and Tommy was just, I guess he was just out of a match and not feeling well sitting on the curb. And Shauna said, "This is my friend Tommy." I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Let's go inside."
So you,
But
you you went positive right off the bat.
oh, absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And I was on my way to visit Houston, and I hit him up and said, "Let's hang out," and we just clicked.
That's good. It's nice. Like Lisa and when I met, it was pool.
Yeah,
It
great.
was league. We met at league, and now 10 years later, we're still together.
That's amazing when you're not tired of talking about pool.
Yeah, I let her play league 3 nights a week. I play one, but I
Yeah.
focus on this. I could play a lot if I wanted, but I like doing this. Are you okay looking at that? That monitor's big enough for you?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
lot easier for me. I feel like
Okay.
it's much bigger for me for some reason.
Yeah, I've been playing with my setup. So going across. There. Nice. So, do you practice with Tommy? Is he a coach, boyfriend, or y'all just play to have fun?
I spend more time watching him play. I feel that by watching him, my pool IQ would just increase. Now, the execution part of it, I think I have to find the time for it.
Yeah.
I don't have time to even play League if I wanted to, but any chance that I get to play some of his friends, one pocket or rotation, and I try to jump on it. Not good
Sweet.
at it, just started playing
Yeah.
one
Well,
pocket.
that's the whole thing. You got to start.
Right. Um, but it's amazing to watch Tommy shoot sometimes because he has a tendency to want to take the creative route and not settle and try to
Exactly.
land the cue ball as opposed to
He
his
doesn't do as simple at times. He
yes.
just, for me, I try to keep it as simple as possible because if not, I'm gonna confuse it.
Yeah.
Cook myself.
And that's why I love watching others play. I like to be at the venue to watch, and as opposed to being on the stream. Obviously, it's nice to have this free streaming. So if I knew
Oh.
that, I'd probably be at home watching the stream right now.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't know about it because it has been great talking to you so far
Yeah, same
today.
here. Likewise. But it's nice to see the different pattern plays and the improvements
Yes.
of how people have progressed over the years. Just like, I've been watching Justin Espinosa play in the last year, and he's got such a great game, and seeing
Yep.
him on a bar box is such a tear for me.
Yeah. Were you? How can I say you had mentioned that just by watching him you learn a lot.
Yes,
That's where I have with this stream. I only play one night a week, but my game's gotten better
it's
because I
great.
watch. Because I watch patterns. I
Hmm.
watch what they're doing, and I wish more people would watch pool because I think they would learn so much.
As an amateur, what I typically do is I would commentate as if I'm commentating,
Mm-hmm.
in the booth here with you,
Yeah.
and predict what they're going to do. And half the time I'm wrong.
Exactly.
So that just shows you that there's this openness to learning how different players shoot and what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, and where you make that comment. I've heard professional commentators try to commentate amateur matches, and
That doesn't
it's
work.
brutal. I mean,
It,
they get mad. It's like they should be doing this. No, they're not thinking like you. They're not trained in patterns. Not embedded into their brains like the pros
right. I don't know what it's like for you, but if I'm on the streaming table, the only thing I think of is try not to throw up. I'm so terrified of stroking the shot right here that I start to get super timid and miss.
Mine is because I've streamed plenty of matches where I'm on like league and stuff like that. My main goal is to make sure I don't lose my cool because I know I can shoot better than I'm shooting at that time.
Right.
And it's like, don't get mad. Don't get mad. You're on camera. But it's helped me when I'm not on camera. It's like, don't get mad. Just you'll get a shot again.
Yes. But you're right about professional commentators on amateur matches, just because they- sometimes I have to remind Tommy that you're teaching me a shot that applies X amount of power
Yes.
into this crazy, prediction of a spin that he does in
Yeah.
a timed shot, and I cannot execute that perfectly. But if you just explain it to me in layman's terms, like
Uh-huh.
hit it center, maybe half a tip to the right, it
Yeah.
helped me understand as far as how that cue ball is going to roll. There's so many different factors that come into play as well. But again, different pattern play for different players.
Yep. And I keep telling people say, well, their strokes are off. They're doing this. It's like, no, their body structure is different. Their stroke routine, their pre-shot routine,
Right.
the way they stance. So, bigger guys are different than
Mm-hmm.
smaller guys. If you're
Right.
tall, hell, you can lean over half the table and shoot. So, then that's why I like watching the Europeans because they have their own look. Then Americans are a little bit more wild when it comes to shooting. And you got the
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos, which they've taken pool to a whole new level.
Oh, I joke around with them all the time. You're short. You can see the table clearer, a little bit better. You're actually down because you're shorter. But
Shorter.
um, no, No
What?
offense.
No offense,
I'm
but
Asian
it's
myself.
no, but it's like it's like you look at what the world. I mean, nine ball started here, but it's grown to a point where
Mhm.
it's where the world is taking it to a whole new route, and how they look at
I think you kind of just put a light bulb there for me. You're right. There are different environmental factors, and there's different style of playing
it. Yep.
in different regions in the world. We were just in Tommy and I traveled to Vietnam recently, but before we went to the Hanoi Open, we went to Makati in Manila,
Okay. Yeah.
and it's different. It really is different. That was fun. We the waitresses were, were rooting for me, but Tommy, I guess maybe he had a few drinks in, and he made a wager with all the waitresses that Asia was going to, beat his backer. And so for that set, I won the set. Uh, it wasn't a landslide, okay,
Okay.
but
But hey, win's a win.
I shot the nine, and I hear a bunch of women screaming, and I
Yeah.
said, "What is that?" So I turned back around, and Tommy's collecting these pesos from these girls, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And so I go outside, and he said, I took the girls' money." And I said, "No, it's supposed to go the other way around." But it's fun. Tommy makes it really fun when we go shoot pool. I
Yeah.
never feel that I'm under pressure when I'm playing. He would tell me, gamble this
Hmm.
person for cheap, and you know what? That's not my thing.
Right. See,
But
gambling is not my thing.
right, but I started doing it,
Yeah.
and then I realized, wow, that amount of pressure
Hmm.
for that, even just a little bit amount of money,
Yeah.
it's it's insane that all that adrenaline that goes through your body.
See, mine is like, okay, let's play for beers, play for a drink. It's like, hey, that's something. It's like,
Oh,
but we have a local player here. He'll pay you, play you a race of three for $10, and he's a higher level player.
what's
But
his name?
huh?
What's his name?
The goat.
Oh,
No,
Bata.
no, no. It's the San Antonio goat,
Oh,
Albert Luna. Yeah,
really?
he when we played around and everything, I was like, hey, I'll play because people want to play him and get better.
Hmm.
But and the thing is, you're basically trying to beat him. It's cheap, but he would help you too. Tell you about
Oh,
what a little bit after the fact. What you
no,
could work.
no love on that break.
No, nothing.
It was a great break too. I've got to ask him how he hit it because I thought he hit that pretty good.
Yeah, I think and he's struggling with the break because he's been having great breaks
I've
all
been
day.
watching.
He's been
I've
having
been
great
watching
breaks. That one ball's been going in the side pocket.
that cue ball. I think that's the second time. Pretty open layout here.
Yes, it is. He's looking how to get on that three ball. That four is all the way on that other short rail. This is where I love the game. Like I want to see how people get from one end of the table and
Hmm.
then back and forth.
It's a lot of practice and play to recognize, when to use or apply draw, and if it shortens or widens the angle, and using the amount of English. I think I have a tendency to overcompensate by adding more English,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to learn how to add the English well so that I'm hitting the ball full rather than then I think I have a tendency to hit the ball thin.
See, where me, I use a lot of draw because I've
Really?
got a really good draw. Power draw, off rails, get position,
Hmm.
but I've had to back off on it because I need to learn more top. I need to force myself to learn to hit top.
Right. It also comes down to learning how to control it enough for the speed on exactly where you land it. So if you
Oh,
notice,
ouch. Oh,
you can straight on a little
yep.
bit of so right here, I just kind of like add a little bit of draw right here,
Yeah.
a little bit of
Just
right.
pull back a little bit. Hey, Russell. hit some top, come into the short rail, and come back for it. Try to get back on this 7 over here. Get over there where he is, maybe.
I'm surprised because Tommy has a tendency to kind of lay out the line of where exactly he wants that cue ball to land, and he hasn't done that so far.
Oh, where he taps the table?
Right, where he
Yeah.
taps it and shows pretty much where he wants the cue ball to land.
Yep, you got on the other side. Nice. It's rolling a little bit for him, but yeah, he was doing it earlier. But you're right, he has not done it this match.
Yeah, yeah. You know how when in poker you have a tail?
Mm-hmm.
You'll know Tommy has hit a certain gear and then he's remaining consistent when he does it.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a lot of Europeans I know that do that exact. I mean,
Yep.
literally, it's they're like this and that.
It was very hot in the Philippines. I was sweating. It was very humid, but I learned to play. And this I believe it's Star Billiards table.
Oh yeah, that's the most popular one over there.
Have you been overseas?
No.
You'll really like the environment, and the people are very friendly. A lot of busy restaurants with a couple pool tables, and people are in line for it. It's so
Yeah.
much fun.
No, I was in the Navy, but I never actually got to go overseas. All right, Tommy's still at it. Yeah. Double checking.
He is determined to double dip.
I have no problem with that because a lot of times the tournaments we do, depending on the first set, they'll chop the second.
Exactly.
It's like if you're gonna play it, you play it out. Yes, ma'am. Huh? 4-1. No, sorry. 4-0. Yeah, 4-0. Yeah, I just looked double check it.
That happens very often. It's still pretty early here, but I would say probably 2, 3 in the morning. People do have a tendency to say, "Hey, let's just
chop it."
Yeah, let's just take it.
Yeah, it's like, which for the longest time people didn't do that when I was playing. You played it out because it was more of a pride thing. It's like, hey, I won. But back when I was playing tournaments, they were $5 tournaments. You were winning maybe $20,
Right.
$30. It's like you're playing because you love the sport.
I did not have it while I was in the Philippines. I was actually tempted to eat everything there, but Sigtig is my favorite. I like the menudo, and we stayed at a few restaurants, but surprisingly, we went for Thai. But I love Filipino food.
If you want to introduce yourself for Roger.
Hi, Roger. My name is Asia Gendis. I am an advocate of pool, and I reside in Houston and share cats with Tommy Tokoph.
You have a different description every time.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on my improv here.
Lisa told her if she asked if she could sit at the booth, and then Lisa came up here and said, "Did you tell her the rule?" I was like, "No, of course I didn't tell her the rule." And Roger knows the rule.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Roger's been stuck in the booth too. He'll sit in the chair.
I had to make sure that I kept up with it. She's in the program, y'all.
Yeah, Lisa will if you sit there, she'll give up her headset anytime.
Really?
She don't want to be on it. As she puts it, this is mine. This is my thing. She handles the clothes and the baking and all that other stuff.
She was doing a very good job with knitting earlier. I was very impressed at how fast she was knitting.
Yeah, what she does in her free time. That 9 all the way in the way. Come off the long row and kick it to it.
I feel like he is going to kick it. Now, hypothetically, if he had a sight on that one, he would easily just put a safety on that.
Oh, he's pushing out. Great, let's get a little safe here. Get it on the other side. Yep, there, Foodie Farm. Well, our topics, we don't talk religion, we don't talk politics, but food is a common topic in the chat.
Oh,
That's why you put Foodie
oh, hi, new best friend.
Farm. Lisa and I are foodies, so food is a common thing. So it's like, hey, oh wow, we're up to 80 viewers right now. Welcome everybody. Oh, we were just at 40. Super Bowl over with. We dropped. We
Or they
literally
got bored
dropped.
of it.
We literally dropped when the Super Bowl kicked on.
Yeah.
We dropped about 40 viewers.
Looks like it's a tie game over there for the football game.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan of cooking at home, so there's going
Yep.
to be a lot of home meals, home cooked meals at home.
Now, are you strictly Asian food, or are
No,
you?
surprisingly, I'm not. I cook mostly everything but Asian.
See, we're Lisa's Hawaiian Chinese,
Oh,
so I get everything except for meatloaf.
I'm
She will.
Vietnamese Chinese,
She
and
won't do meatloaf. So
I love
Vietnamese.
I love to cook European food, Mediterranean
Okay.
food. I'm a big fan of trying, new simple, healthy dishes. But
Yep.
I just love food altogether, and I have all the spices in the world. And when we moved, when Tommy and I moved in together, it took us a while to decide that we were going to live together.
Yeah.
Uh, his his comment to me was, "Do you need all these spices?"
Yes. Yes.
Thanks, Millie. I love your cooking too. Oh, just cooking from scratch and just cooking in general. The art of it is just so beautiful.
That's how I got through college.
I just love it.
I was gonna become a chef, then I realized there was no money in it. That's why I ended up going the engineering side.
Wow.
And it's like I got through college. I worked my way from dishwasher all the way to kitchen manager.
I thought I was going to be a chef growing up. I wanted to go to culinary school.
Yep.
I've tried a lot of restaurants that were very, very high end Michelin star restaurants,
Yeah.
and try to like get that taste of their food and try to emulate their recipes and recreate their recipes.
It comes down to love. It You can have your own combination, but it's gonna you put your love into it and you really enjoy it.
So let's see how Tommy hits this here. Or he's going to come down to the 5, and then maybe come off the rail and come back with 6.
Yep. Beautiful. He'll just stun it back
Yep.
a little bit.
Mhm.
At least I'm guessing. Yep.
He's very meticulous about how he plays pool, and
Mhm.
he's always reminding me, think about your pattern, and it just kind of memorize it on how
Yes.
you're going to shoot it.
And he has an unusual, the way he chalks.
Yes.
He actually puts the cue down and he actually chalks. And then he'll get up and look. But the thing is, that's part of his pre-shot routine. He's looking at it when he does it.
Oh, I can recall how many comments have been made. Our friend Dominic, excuse me.
Oh, the one in Florida?
Yes,
Okay.
he would say that Tommy has the most aggravating chalk method there is in pool. And
I'm going to
someone-
say no, he don't. I know another player that. But go ahead.
do mention names. We're here for tea.
Well, he's Austin. Justin Espinosa.
Yes.
He chalks as aggressively as Tommy. Yeah, I think he actually does more aggressively.
I just want to ask you, like, what did the chalk do to you?
Well, I think it's more their thinking.
Yeah.
It's what they do. It's their pre-shot routine. They're thinking. They're looking. Because like with Justin, he'll grab the chalk, and put it down. Walk around a little bit, then he'll chalk again. And I'll never bash anyone on their pre-shot routine. It's like that's who they are. That's how they learn to play pool. I would never ask anyone to change their pre-shot routine
Right.
unless I know it would really help them.
I
But
actually appreciate people who have a pre-shot routine. It just shows that there's that consistency in your
yep,
technique.
exactly.
Right, he's back on the break here. There it is.
Yeah, the entire tournament he's been breaking from the right hand side. He hasn't tried the left. I don't know if he breaks everything on the that side.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't really notice that until you pointed that out, and it's kind of interesting because that's more of a
Hmm.
left-handed break.
Yeah, because like Matthew, like I said, there was three players that have really figured out the break that I've seen, and Matthew always did it from the left. Justin did it from the right,
Right.
and now Tommy's doing it.
One thing I'm glad over the years I've learned how to break, and I just smash the balls.
Smash the balls. See, I was told with this one,
There we
but
go.
nice. It's and I could be off depending on It says it's one of the things I haven't tried it. It's what I was told. It's like you got to hit like half the one with bottom right or bottom left, depending on
Butter.
what size you're on.
I hit it with raw left,
You
and
hit
I
it with
just
draw left,
and I just hit it head
but
on
in
to
the
the right.
box.
Yes, with a
Okay,
9 on the board.
okay.
I mean 9 on the spot.
Oh, okay.
You know, if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm even looking at it. I'm just like, this is where my aim
I'm just
is.
gonna hit that one ball. That's it.
No, I have it. My arm's pretty good about remembering where spots are.
Okay.
And speaking of that, when Karen would come into the pool hall, when Karen Core would come to the pool hall,
Yeah.
she would tell me your shot making ability is going to be in your muscle memory.
Muscle
So
memory. Yep.
she actually, I have a video that I'll show you here in a second. She would have me uh, pre-stroke, line up and start pre-stroking again and make me look away, like make
Right.
me look my eyes away and make the shot by feel.
By feel only.
And boy, can I tell you that helped me remember to focus on my muscle memory, and that's why people practice every
Mhm.
day.
See, when I was in college, I would do the bowling classes and all that because you had to do a PE.
Hmm.
They would make you watch these videos. To this is it. They try to embed it into your mind, and then they would take you to like the bowling alley, and you needed to emulate that
Yes.
over and over and over, which I completely understand because it's true. Now, have I got muscle memory on my game? Not really. I'm good now that I don't hit as hard.
Hmm. Now that's also one of the things that Tommy wanted to work with me is I just only knew to make the shot.
Hmm.
Playing in APA for a very long time, I just knew that being a three was good enough for me,
Right.
and so I decided to elevate my game a little bit by putting more time in. But I wasn't learning. I just knew
Yeah.
you had to hit the same shot over and over. But
Right.
I didn't know anything about English
Yep.
or using draw or follow, and I was hitting the rail, at different speeds, realizing like,
Yeah.
wow, that reaction on on the rail. But he's been trying to work on me to be a little bit more finesse with the way
Yep.
that I'm shooting because again, there's different. I call it complications,
Complications.
but I didn't realize it opened me up to wow. I didn't know that I can have the same shot without having to poke at it
Hit as much.
right or jab it.
Yeah.
Looks like Greg is on the board here.
Yep.
Dusty, one of the things that I've learned uh, watching and doing it myself when I'm playing pool, if I don't feel comfortable, I gotta stand back up.
You gotta stand back up. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Take a step away and then it basically address it again.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't do that because we get nervous and we
Yep.
don't think about that.
You don't. When you go down, doesn't mean you have to shoot it.
You're not committed. You're
Yeah.
not on a time clock. So you have to remind yourself that you're working on your own pace and
Yeah.
command your space.
See where how can I put- if I'm not comfortable, I get back up. But if I'm going down and I'm comfortable and Like this is where my background to pool. If people walk by me,
Hmm.
I don't get back up. I don't let it bug me because I learned in a bar where
Right.
people are bumping into
To
you,
each
they're hitting
other.
you, your music's loud. It's like I'm not picky about that. As long as I'm comfortable in going down, there's no distraction. It's just a table.
There's no distraction.
No.
Try being in the Philippines. They'll have roosters just
I've
all over.
I've heard and seen, but I grew up out in a ranch. I grew up in the country, so it's like, eh. But I don't let distractions bug me. I don't let other thing around. It's
That's
as long as
good.
I'm comfortable,
It takes a lot of Jedi.
self control.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, did he miscue that? I mean, he made
Um,
it, but it just looked like it was a miscue.
looks like we have free entertainment in the background here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some money on the game now based on what they're doing.
Well, they are playing in Vegas, so
Yeah.
that could be a little contagious.
Oh,
Oh, looks like Tommy left the table to take a look at the score or what happened here in the replay. There's a slight delay on the TV, so one TV is 30 minutes, 30 seconds behind.
yes.
So it's kind of like an instant replay
It's a
when the person
replay.
on the right is screaming.
Oh, someone's hurt.
Yeah. Ooh, getting
Oh,
really close there.
it's getting close to his work for sure.
They've been playing phenomenal safeties all day,
Yes. Uh,
especially in the split bracket here.
for as many players that came from Houston this tournament, because
Mhm.
last time there wouldn't. I don't remember any player came from Houston.
Now, is this a frequent
This is
or
every month,
this is every
but
month,
this is only the second stop. It was created last month,
and it's all in
and
San Antonio?
it's just here
Oh, at Bananas.
at Bananas.
Wow.
Jay and them got with Connie and them, and they've created this where it's a monthly tournament tour.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the split bracket format. Help those little guys out.
Yeah. Here we have.
See, you see what I mentioned earlier? The cue ball's rolling a little faster, and it actually has.
But you think it's getting cooler
Yes.
outside? It would slow
Yes,
down,
exactly.
and the moisture's not as bad. It was raining there
No,
yesterday.
it feels a little bit drier than yesterday. It did rain a lot earlier today.
Oh, when you were coming in?
Yeah. I thought I was in the middle of a tornado.
Oh, jeez.
It was so bad.
Oh. When you got to jack up over a ball,
It's gotta hurt a little bit.
yeah, he's just going to give it
Yeah.
to him.
He yes, when he misses shots like that, he likes to kind of replay it over and over and think about the same shot and try it again until he makes it and understand the shot a little bit better.
Yeah, I think
I think they both left the table.
they're taking a quick break, everybody.
Yeah. Sidebar discussion about the Super Bowl.
Yeah. They're harassing the guys at the bar and the players, I think.
There must be a lot of side bets going on
Yeah,
about
there's got to
something
be.
that we don't know about. Maybe a fumble at the 15th mark or something like that. If you heard that, you're missing out.
Yeah. He just didn't win yet. Is that what he said?
Yes. Yes. I guess there was a lot of piggybacking on bets here.
Welcome to San Antonio.
So you see them laughing and joking and having a great time, but it's a big price difference here for between second and first.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy is playing with a Predator, and he plays with a 314 too. his favorite. Shaft.
Ah,
Yes.
he's been playing with it for a while because those have been out for quite a while, haven't they?
Yes, he's obsessed with it. And
Yeah.
when he was with Predator, they were very adamant about him using a carbon fiber, but he
I heard they were trying to force all their players to use carbon fiber.
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. You know, you know, I don't know if it's a marketing thing. I'm pretty sure it's a marketing
It's
thing.
marketing. It's marketing.
But I, you know, hey, it feels great to play with wood.
Yeah. I've played with carbon fiber for 3 years. I'm now shooting with Killwood.
Oh,
I
really?
went backward. Yeah. I really like the feel of Killwood, and I use a fusion tip on it
Yeah.
because it was part of the sponsorship deal. So it was like, okay, put the tip on there, use the chalk, and I really like the combination. So it's like, hey, it works.
I feel like a lot of the old school players, the generation before, they continue to play with the wood
The wood,
shafts.
exactly.
Yes, I love it just because the feel of it.
Hmm.
Granted that now I play with a Q-Tech carbon fiber, but that was a gift. It's Fetter's old Q,
Oh,
and it was a
okay.
gift, so it kind of means a lot to me
So
because a friend gave it to me.
you're the one that got it when he got the new sponsorship. Ah.
No, no, no. I had nothing to do with that. Re- I'm just really surprised as you are here. I feel like I feel that was coming. He needed a change, and Q-Tech's very great at
the
taking care of his players.
the players need to do what's best for them.
Yeah, we had this discussion
Yeah,
about kind of hang back a little bit, for the
exactly.
people who put the time in it.
Yeah, and I like. I mean, we didn't talk about this. I like that the players are starting to become more social media
Affluent,
influence. Yes, because it's like they're putting themselves out there,
right?
and that's what they need. I mean, the the players need to make themselves open to their fans, and let the fans get to know them who they really are.
I'm going to strongly agree with you on that because Tommy has a great fan base.
Yep.
He's a very likable character, and not because I'm biased and have to say that, but he does have a following. And when he gets into these tournaments, he's always asking me, should I post it? I said absolutely,
Yes.
and within minutes he'll get hundreds of uh of likes. Well, minutes meaning like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's not a popularity thing for him. He just
No.
wants people to know how he's
And the
doing.
thing is, it shouldn't be a popularity thing. It's not about likes. It's not about subscribers or followers. It's about putting yourself out there and showing you are human.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
and it's like, hey, I'm just like you,
Yeah.
and it doesn't hurt in terms of social media influence wise for potential sponsors because if you've got a good solid following, well, my really phrase is a loyal following,
Hmm.
it benefits the potential sponsors even more.
Now, the sponsors, I would love for one day, obviously the dream, to have really big sponsors out there to support this game. I,
Yep.
I
Non-pool related
right,
sponsors,
yeah.
money coming from elsewhere,
Not from your
not
pocket.
from us, not from us 400, 500, and 600 Fargos
Yeah.
buying every bell and whistle and cue, case, chalk, tip.
Hey, if there's a new thing that comes out and it's nice and shiny, it's mine.
Yep. I'm one of those. I buy it, try it. I have
Yeah.
a closet full of stuff I don't use anymore. Hell, I have the Kamui leather bridge when they came out with that. I
What?
still have it at the house in the case. I used it for a little bit, put it up, and then they stopped making them. It's like, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to use this anymore.
You know what my favorite tool is from Kamui?
What?
I think it's my favorite tool in general. Kamui has the clear bridge
The
where you
clear
can.
bridge?
Yes, I love that. I'm able to see. I'm able to see what I'm actually doing.
Ah, see, my favorite tool from Kamui is the Gator grip
Yeah.
tool. I bought it when they first came out for two reasons. One, to just cure up my tip, and two, as an APA 8 ball marker. because I always
Oh,
had it in my back pocket. So it was $40. So I was like, okay, well, I'm willing to spend that if it's doing double duty. And I still use it to this day. And I don't even think they make it anymore. I think they went to the dragon teeth. And
it's it's kind of funny how we get so attached to what we're used to as
yep,
far as tools, gloves, tips. Tommy changes his tips every tournament. He changes his tips very frequently. I don't remember the last time I changed his tips. He would tell me, "Hey, it's time to change your tip." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But it's for him, it's gloves.
oh, cue
This
ball got away
one's
from him. So he he doesn't like gloves.
no, he loves his gloves. He washes them religiously.
No, well, not as a selling point, but what kind of glove does he wear? Because I'm pretty
Would it make
sure
me a
he's not
bad
supposed to.
girlfriend if I don't know now? He goes through
No.
so many gloves. We were at the International Open and he opened up every single box. You know, like when you go to Walmart and you just like grab a soda and you drink out of it.
Yes.
I felt like he was doing that.
Yeah, but gloves are one of those. I mean, I don't wear gloves because my hands
It's
don't
part of
sweat.
you.
That's why I don't have a problem with wood. My hands don't sweat.
Mhm.
I sweat on my forehead when I'm playing.
Oh.
So, but I understand it
Oh,
because the
he's giving it
gloves,
back to
the
him.
different. Yeah, he's just gonna give it to him.
I think he popped
Easy,
up a little
Tommy.
bit
Don't get frustrated.
he was wearing the Predator gloves, and then he was trying to hunt down some Molinari gloves as well. I think that's his favorite. I don't think they make
Molinary.
gloves anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they do
Whatever
anymore.
happened to them?
I'm not sure that I've heard stories. It's just, but I don't know what's.
Well, I know Eric Kwan was a distributor for
Yeah.
them, but that's the last I know. They're not. I don't think they make them anymore. I
Yeah.
I would love to find out who manufactured them, but
Yeah.
there's so many companies out now making gloves. I mean,
Yes.
Predators
Predator,
selling different colors.
Tom. I mean, you got
Um,
Predator's got the poison and the Predator.
3 seconds is actually
Yeah,
pretty
three
great.
seconds is
Yes,
good.
and 3 seconds is newer on the market, and they're doing great. I, it feels like it's like my own skin when I shoot with it.
Yeah.
But I was never one to wear gloves. But Tommy's very. He actually had one of Mika Eminen's gloves as well. Not sure if that's one he's playing with right now, but he changes it so frequently. I
But you
don't know.
say he washes, he takes care of it.
He takes very good care of it. He
Good
has
deal.
a routine, like a very very strict routine, even coming down to before his match. He'll have a cup of coffee. He'll be awake 2 hours before. Be at
Hmm.
the pool hall an hour before so he can practice. So he has his own,
Now,
routine.
in terms of the glove, does he wear the glove for more security, or does he have sweaty hands? Because I
He
know some
doesn't.
people
He
like it.
doesn't sweat.
He doesn't sweat, so it's more
Not
of a
when playing pool.
security. He's guaranteed to have a
Yeah,
smooth stroke
smooth
every time.
stroke. It's all the feel, really.
Shot around the world. Get past it. Get past it. Beautiful.
Kind of straight hair.
Yeah. Three ball is in the center of the table.
It's a little jacked up here. No angle.
So what's Tommy's schedule? Do you know his tournament schedule?
So we are going to stay here for the night. We drove separately. We're going to Houston, back to Houston. Probably do our laundry and wash our dishes. I forgot to tell them about that.
That's
Surprise!
life. That's life
Yeah, and then we're both going to be driving to Austin. Oh,
for
wow.
the classic.
Very creative way to do that. So you'll be playing Skinny Bop?
Get up. Lisa and I will be there Saturday.
I'm
We
excited.
Heather with Brutal Game Gear is one of our sponsors. She's gonna have some stuff for us, so we're gonna drive up there Saturday and get the stuff, talk with her, and
Mm-hmm.
socialize a little bit.
They're, the fitting of
Oh,
the clothes
nice
is
try.
amazing.
Oh,
Gonna leave them a tough shot here.
yeah. Lisa's got the jerseys because Lisa went with her to Derby
Hmm.
this year.
Now, for this shot, would you risk it and go for this, or would you play it safety? It looks like a
Me,
pretty easy safety right here.
See, he's gonna go safe. I
Yep.
would have shot it because it had a clear cut, and your cue ball's naturally gonna come back on this side of the table. But that's
But
me.
but you see how the 5, 7, and 8 is lined up right there.
Yeah.
There's a window to kind of, even if you end up that way, it's very possible to go rail first and clear the ball and do a safety there too. Now
Yep.
at their caliber, it's hard to know exactly what they're actually thinking, but they think so
Yeah.
fast.
Because I mean, but these guys can kick, they can bank, they can jump. So it's like if you don't do a perfect save, he's gonna get it
He was
down.
trying to tuck behind the floor there, but jacked up on the floor is not too bad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He should be able to see a piece of it.
Now
Oh,
that's one of the tougher shots for me.
jacking up over.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I may as well just get it on hand.
Mine is I hate being the cue ball on the rail, literally on the rail.
I don't mind it so much. It's more the jacked up shot. Just because of nerves. For me, I still have a lot of nerves when I play.
Yeah. See where mine is. Remember, I told you I'm a more of a draw player, and I'm working on my top. But when it's right on that rail, it's all top. So it's like that's what gets me. It's like I'm not used to hitting
Right now, I'm thinking about Millie. Millie, come help me.
that.
First thing she's probably gonna say is, "Why do you talk so badly about your game like
No,
that?"
you gotta stay positive. I'm terrible, but I'm gonna be good at being terrible because I know I'm working on getting better. And
Lifetime of working construction. Well, I mean, I guess no pun intended. He has a build now
exactly,
for us.
exactly. See, I was lifelong oil and gas, and I was rotating equipment specialist. I hated wearing gloves unless it was chemical
Mhm.
required. I didn't wear gloves.
I just never wore gloves until I realized how sweaty I was. I was at a friend's house and she said, "You need to wear gloves. You're leaving sweat spots everywhere." I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, I'm that person. I'm so sorry."
see, where I'd have a towel with me, but it's what?
I just have a tendency to just kind of, wipe it a little bit and then
Yeah,
get back into it. Now, if you want to, and I'm open bridge by the way, so that's actually
I'm open.
detrimental for
I'm
me.
open bridge as well.
I probably should wear gloves and start practicing my draw a little bit to have a little bit more control.
Yeah,
But with an open hand bridge and sweaty
let's see.
hands, it's a bad combination.
Tommy's gonna take a quick break.
Looks like we've got some momentum in this match. Greg is not giving up here.
And it's amazing how a 9 ball can have such a momentum swing. One little thing, and it's like it could just change over.
Yes, it's exciting, but it can also be one of those things where you're like, man, if I just, you know, did it if I did a safety versus going for the
Yeah.
shot or vice versa, and that's an element of the game.
hmm And it's one of the things when like Tommy, he got frustrated on a couple of shots. Where I know a lot of people they'd say, "Make him shoot it, make him shoot." You can rattle a ball
I
on,
think it's a courtesy thing.
and it is a courtesy, but
Right,
it's also some people take it as a frustration.
right.
But
I like honoring the match by, closing out every single game. There
yes,
shouldn't be a, hey, it's given. Nothing is a given.
nothing is a given.
I've seen fluke things happen,
Yeah,
and I did mention to him like mid set, and I said, hey, you know, um, don't think about the etiquette aspect of it.
yeah,
It is kind of extending a courtesy. If you and I were playing, I'm extending a courtesy by letting you shoot the nine.
yep,
It's not because I'm like, oh, miss the nine. It's
yeah,
more of a courtesy so that you can execute the whole, rack out the way that you want it to.
right.
And also, another thing is I have a tendency to not know where the cue ball is going, or I'm sorry, not plan for the cue ball to go anywhere. So I started doing that where if I'm on the last ball, I'm going to make sure that it's in the line of way where I want it to go.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. A couple of my girlfriends asked me about eight ball, and they said, how do I prevent myself from botching the eight ball? And I said, well, do you have a planned path of where you want the cue ball? And they're like, no,
Yeah.
I just want to make it. So
But if you don't know where your cue ball's going,
right,
it goes straight to the pocket.
we don't think about that sometimes, but
Yeah.
it does happen. Oh,
Oh.
we lost the cue
All right, Tommy. Relax. Relax. He's starting to get frustrated. He's also getting tired. He has been playing nonstop all day.
ball.
9 and 9 and 9.
He's played nonstop, and I have yet to feed him.
Did you feed him a sandwich or anything?
I I went to Bucky's on the way here.
Oh,
That was
Bucky's.
probably an excuse to come up here. Is come
Bucky's
over
is,
here.
you never need.
How does your cue get sticky? What?
Sweat. A lot of
Yeah.
people sweat. I actually, one of my second most viewed video on this channel is how to clean a carbon fiber shaft.
Mm-hmm.
I use eyeglass cleaner
Yes.
because it's alcohol. And people want to buy the expensive Revo ones, or it's like
Right.
it's the same stuff. It just doesn't smell like mint.
The chalk when you're chalking, and if you're chalking upright, and the chalk,
Goes
flows
down.
down,
Yep.
and it's depending on if you're playing with a carbon fiber or wood. It actually
Yep.
happens for both. With your sweat and everything, it creates the goo feel.
Yeah.
And that happened. Actually, that has happened to me many times playing with a carbon
Mhm.
fiber more than a wood. I
And
think the wood absorbs
well,
it a little bit better,
you see it in the wood because it gets dark.
and it grains it.
It
Yes.
green.
Mhm.
Yeah. But just keep eyeglass white. I keep them for my lenses, for the
Mhm.
cameras, my glasses.
Now,
She wears reading
is that a
glasses.
saline solution or
No, it's just alcohol wipes.
ah?
It's I don't think I got any. I think they're out in the Jeep. It's just regular eyeglass cleaners. I do have spray alcohol at the house too that
D-
I've wiped down with a microfiber.
Now, if it's spray alcohol, does it interfere with the uh with the wood?
I have not had an issue with it yet. I make sure it stays away from my tip because alcohol and leather
Right.
will react.
Right. It'll break down the
It'll
components
break it
of
down
the rubber.
and
Yes.
usually dry it out. But wood itself, just wiping it down, I've never had an issue. But wood has a tendency of needing more maintenance than a carbon fiber shaft.
Yes. Definitely can't leave that in your car.
No, technically, you're not supposed to leave carbon fiber in your car either because they say it will warp as well.
You just have to be really careful that when you do have, say for example, if
Nice
you have a
shot.
pool table at home and you have the cue, make sure it's put all together or
Yes.
all apart. Because if
All.
you have a slight opening of where when you unscrew the cue just a little
Yeah.
bit, it will warp right
Yes.
away.
Yes.
Renaissance wax. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
is.
really think about that. Protect the wood.
Yeah. Never use Scotch Brite pads on your wood shaft either.
Mm.
All right, so we're even now, based on the race.
Yes. So Tommy and Greg has 4 to go. Greg has 4
Yeah.
to go to claim the title, and Tommy has 4 to go to get him in a second match. I would really love to see the second match if we can.
I think we're actually way ahead of schedule compared to the last one. We didn't get out here until after 2 o'clock.
They ran it pretty well.
Yeah.
Granted, this is my first time but it's moving pretty well, and they're very accommodating. You
Yes.
know, getting people off the table that it's neighboring the table that's not in a match, in a match, and they covered most of the floor tables as well. So they really take care of their
Yeah,
equipment here.
they do. Matter of fact, these tables were all redone about a month right before the first time.
Connie
They
had
redid them all.
mentioned that. Connie and Hammer, bananas. Right, here we go with the break again. Break. This is where I started having a hard time. I start to hold my breath a lot, clench my teeth.
Okay, it looks like he's hitting inside, left hand.
Mm-hmm. You hit it good.
Yep.
You hit it really good.
Everyone, I had my other camera zoomed in on. Y'all couldn't see it, but I was watching
And the two ball's gonna be in the rear.
it. Yep.
I've noticed that break format with that exact break does send the two ball right on the back rail here, unless it runs into another ball.
But I have noticed Tommy is struggling more with his break.
Yeah, me
He is.
too.
The last few matches, the break has really been hard. The thing is, it's the same table.
Do you think it has a difference whether it's a 7 foot, 8 foot, or 9 foot table?
Well, you got to compensate for it, but in terms of he's been breaking on this table almost all day.
His bridge length is the same when he
Yep.
breaks. I mean, everything is consistent to what I see him doing at home.
Even with the different size table.
I haven't seen him break on an 8 foot table, so I wouldn't know, and I don't see him play on a 7 foot table enough to know as
He's a
well.
9 footer.
Yeah, he loves the 7 foot table.
I'll be honest. I prefer playing on a 9 footer,
Me too.
but it's because I don't like clusters. I hate clusters.
I like the fact that I feel like I can let my stroke out when I'm shooting on a bigger table.
Yeah.
Whereas, I play a little bit more timid, as Tommy would say, on a 7 foot table. I have a tendency to kind of shorten the stroke a little bit.
Where I'm extremely aggressive on it because I've got to break it. I'm usually breaking clusters. Like 8 ball, I do a second ball break. I'll make like 3 balls on the break, but everything will go to one side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice cut. Get around or bump it, do something. He wanted to go around.
It's very obvious what he wants to do. He makes
Yes.
it very obvious with his body language.
And see, that's the kind of players I like on the stream because you can tell by their facial expression. He's a cute move.
Mm-hmm. He, he always finds a way to work around the table. He doesn't, like I mentioned before, he doesn't settle for the shots. He want to get as close to the next shot, make it an easier shot because it's more work for less.
Exactly. If you can do it, get it close. So I blocked it here. Yep. Oh,
Oh,
he
wow.
got the point.
You can still see it here.
I have not been drinking enough with this thing on.
See, with the position here, even if he just kind of floats it at the table, The 8 balls right there in the
All right, how about that, Millie? We're getting quiet. It gets really quiet in here, so we're talking quieter.
Yeah, we're literally right next to the
Exactly.
streaming
That's what I tell
table
them. We're
here, so
really
we're trying to
right
be.
there.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience.
Yeah, I did ease up on the noise gate a little bit. As long as we don't got music coming through, we're good.
So let's just hope that there's nothing exciting on the Super Bowl game so that we can have a little peace and quiet over here.
Exactly. That's better. All right.
Thank you, Millie.
Oh, they're talking.
See the angle that he was on the 4 to the 8.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to try to settle just because of the 7 ball being right there. So I can understand why he forced that 4 ball out of there and leaving the cue ball in the middle of the table.
He's smart. He's backing up 2 or 3 feet, looking at it at a longer distance.
Well, a lot is on the line.
Yeah, there's a lot of money here. He needs this first set to guarantee to get to that second set and try to win it. He went for the cut.
Went for a two-way shot right here.
He's gonna get behind it.
He is. He really thinks about those shots. Really takes the time to think about all these two-way shots. Doesn't settle for just making the shot only. He has to guarantee himself for a little bit of a leverage.
Whoa.
Looks like Greg is going to try to bring the 6 closer to the 7 here, but
Nope, he's not happy. He didn't get it.
Now it's wide open.
Yep. Great opportunity for Tommy to get a little momentum going back his way.
Yes. Well, Greg halted him 4 games in a row here.
Yep. Well, like we were talking, one little momentum swing. Greg got a little upset there.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get his safe right.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Well, in this play format, it's very hard to get lucky here since it's call shots.
Yes. Y'all might be hearing the action in the background. I'm sorry. I can't get into football that well.
Well, not if it's a 49ers and a Chiefs game.
No.
I'm a big fan of basketball, though.
Oh,
Been
you
watching a lot of the Lobos play this season. New Mexico, UNM.
See, I'm college. I prefer college football, college basketball, because they're playing because they want to make it to the pros. So they are using everything they've got.
I love that. I love watching college football just to see the up-and-coming players, see who gets drafted.
Yep.
And then get sad when their time is up in their senior year.
Oh, yeah. They got to go pro or they go get real jobs.
Yes. So it looks like Tommy has 3 games to go. Greg 4. Tommy is giving Greg 1 game.
Yep. Tommy is smiling.
He's always a happy guy.
Yeah, I think it's more having fun harassing the guys.
Tommy keeps pacing back and forth between his match and to the patrons here and kind of nudging each other and laughing. It's just kind of a fun moment here.
Oh, nice. Oh, he got the 1.
That's a great break. He hit that pretty good. Now with the...
I think the Chiefs just scored.
Oh, jeez. Greg just told him to shut up now. Yes, Monique. When I see someone being a senior, I was like, no. So it's a great break. It's pretty open, minus the 7 close to the 9 right there, and where the 8 is kind of protruding right there. We'll have to come on that side or find a way to break it out with the 5, but I think he's going to try to go under there. Only one pocket for that 7 ball.
Sorry about that. Oh. All right, game's over with. I got to be really ready to tighten up the noise gate again in case the music pops on. Got it bottom right.
I think he's just going to draw it. And that's tough. Oh, looks like he's going to get a little bit lucky right here.
Yeah, he
was trying to hold the cue ball there for where the 5 is.
Tommy, would you think he'll go for the cut combo?
I think he's going to go for a safe. There's too much on the line. He's just going to kind of, oh, he called it. He's going to call the 6. I think that gives him an opportunity to break up the 7-9-8 there.
Wow.
Oh, looks like they're returning each other's lucky saves here.
Yeah. Greg will try to plant it right in the mess if he's got the right angle.
Oh, he overhit it.
Bit. He overhit it.
Yep.
Tommy's gonna have a shot.
I can't tell from the pixelation here. Is that the 3 ball right there?
Yeah, that's a 3 ball.
Okay. So the 3 ball is on the opposite side there on the short end. Okay,
yes,
there we go.
3.
I thought we were gonna play a game of what color is it.
Yeah, the camera's the darkness in here. That camera lights it up really well, but the 3 and the 5 are just a little close.
Very close in pixelation. Okay. Wonder if he's gonna cut it or bank it. It looks like he's gonna try to bank it. By the way he's stroking it. Yep, there we go.
Beautiful bank.
A little bit better of a cue ball control by banking it.
Those are the shots I pull out. They may be simple to higher levels players, but a lot of the lower levels that watch our stuff, they learn stuff from watching that. Yep. I pull the little reels of the banks like that.
Did you see how smooth he stroked that? He went like those fast strokes, very fluid. And I think for us, it's more like you kind of try to aim at the same spot, and then when you kind of hesitate a little bit and follow through, you kind of miss.
Yeah.
I don't even think about my banks. I just go for it.
You just go for it.
Yes, exactly. So this one is pretty simple, up the rail. Oh, he drew it. See? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sometimes I see a certain way, and I think following is easier. But
they see it different.
He's going to ride this up. A little shy here.
He can still cut it. Well, it's just where he's going to hit that 9 ball.
He was watching his speed because of where the 8 ball is. So you can see the 7 ball there. It was just a very touchy speed shot.
Yeah, so he's looking at where the cue ball is going to go.
Yeah, something funny. You know, it could be funny, especially going between these 2 balls. It might carry him off and do something weird there. There's no prediction. just because the 9 ball and the 8 is so close and like right off there, we don't really know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I mean in past matches he's rolled it up and just
I
hide
was
it behind the
thinking that.
9.
I think he's just going to softly hit this and just kind of hoping for a bump off the 9 and get a little shape dance just like that. Oh,
He-
there you go.
oh,
See, just
and the
sent through.
9 did
Yes,
pass, so he can see the 8.
exactly. Kind of just smooth stroke it a little bit. Now, I have a hard time, stroking really hard and hitting it really hard and hitting it really soft, like consistently,
Yeah.
like how these players are playing.
Oh
Let's
no
just
no
get
no
up
no no
there.
no no.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
jeez.
Whew. It's one. See.
That's the kind of shot I also pull
Oh,
because those are the heartbreakers.
great out, Tommy. That was
Nice
very
out.
difficult.
Okay, so that puts him at 7. He's got a little bit more momentum. He's got the last 2 games. That one little mistake that Greg made on the safe has shifted the momentum.
Yeah, and for those of you that are watching, Greg's been sitting out for a while.
Yep.
He waited 3 matches,
He
right?
was sitting in the hot seat.
Yeah, he was in the hot seat
And he
waiting.
really didn't warm up. He was sitting over there watching the
He hit
game.
one
And
full rack, and
yeah.
I think that was it. And Tommy's been playing nonstop for the last 5 hours here. Oh, more than that, actually.
Yeah. Is what
Since the
the
moment he
first
walked in,
match. Yeah. The
11
first match.
a.m., he has not had a break more than 10 minutes. Well, he did take a couple breaks to go to the Super Bowl party over here.
Yeah. Those don't count.
Yeah.
I hate this rug.
Is this a rug?
This is the rug right here at the entrance.
Ah.
I'm always right on it, and it'll fold on me and everything. It's just me. My feet move. I got
It's
restless
a thing.
legs.
It's
yeah.
a trigger.
Yeah. Restless legs. I get hung up on the rug.
Oh. Good old RLS.
Yep. Okay, let's see what he does this time.
We stayed down that
Nice.
shot, so that was a great one.
He got the 1. Is a 2
Come
going
on,
down?
2. Give him
It's
some
staying in the
love.
pocket. Ouch.
Oh.
He didn't get the movement on the cue ball this rack.
You want to have a little bit of a reward when you make a really good crack at it.
Exactly.
But he saw how he stayed down and he followed through with that. Gave him all his might.
Yeah, it's like, okay, do you really want to push out doing this?
I mean, with that cluster there, I don't know. I would probably push the 6 towards the 5 or. This is a possible jump shot here. Might be able to rail first anyway.
All right. Jump cues out.
I'm not very good at jumping. I would actually just kick it to the left side of that, to the top side of that cue ball and
Yeah.
come back around
I would jump.
and hope I get lucky.
I dart.
Oh, there you go.
My peach hour
Ooh.
just jumps on its own.
It's got an autopilot mode.
Yes, it does. Yep. I spent 4 hours at Billiards Factory when I was buying my first jump cue. I had a break jump before. I literally narrowed it down. They let me jump the entire time.
Wow.
With everything they had, and I narrowed it down to the OB lift and the peach hour. Well, the peach hour was the only one I was consistently making the ball.
Feel bad for the guy who bought that pool table.
It's still there. But
It might just be a model pool table,
yeah,
but
it's a Rawson that they have there, the demo.
I really like the old glossy jump cube,
Yep.
the original
The original.
Stinger, the original Stinger.
I have an original Bucci back from the '70s.
I do too.
I was a friend of mine in the oil field. He had it in his closet. He found out I played pool. It's like,
Uh,
well, you want a jump cue? It's like, yeah, I'll take one. I didn't realize
they're
it
rare
was
now,
old. I mean,
and they're super rare.
yep.
One of
I
the first few is the
actual jump
Stinger.
cues,
Yes,
yeah.
the Stinger was the original. Excuse me, that was McDermott. Okay.
Yeah, see, mine's the Mucci, but like I said, I don't jump with it because the tip is just like a normal shooting cue.
Yeah.
Skip that.
Do people still play with the Samsara?
I I broke with it, Samsara, for a few years. I used to, but they kept peeling on me,
Huh.
and I stopped breaking with those. But after that, I went to Phenolic.
My my tip for my Predator, I have a Predator BK Rush, and I had originally wanted a red one, and I had the blue one at the time,
Yeah,
and so I traded it with a friend, and
right.
he had a Samsara tip on it, so that's what I've been working with.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can give you, maybe we can try a couple of racks here and see how it does.
Yeah.
You tell me what you think.
Yeah. So you can see he's refocused. He's not letting the stuff that was bugging him earlier.
He usually gets down when he's in his zone, like almost like a crouching tiger.
Crouching Tiger, yeah. Good description.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Off the rail. Oh, nice. All
All
right.
right, that puts Tommy on hill. Hammer here,
Yep.
one of the owners, checking to see how Tommy's doing.
All day long.
On your feet.
Yep. He played all day yesterday.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Wherever there's a bull hall, there's a hammer in Texas.
Yep. Yeah, he did good at Derby City.
I didn't get to go this year.
Yeah, Hammer went this year, his first time. I think he got in the money for one pocket. Got it like 10 rounds in, 11 rounds in.
One pocket.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he loves one pocket.
That explains why Connie is very interested in one pocket.
Yep.
I did promise her I'll play a couple games with one pocket with her. It's such a great game.
Yeah.
I know. I'll probably bring Lisa aside and say, "Hey, you want in on
You
this?"
can do that.
Yeah. I'll steal her away from you.
Listen, I learned a long time ago. But, honestly, the person I am now is different than I was then. I am more laid back and relaxed now. I might appreciate it more. Back then, I wanted games quick.
Yeah. It's also if you're actually in the game or you're watching the game.
Yeah.
Two completely different stories and perspective.
Baby, could you give me a bottle of water, please? Would you need something?
I'm great, thank you.
take yours. I don't care. 'Cause I feel
Whatever's
it.
convenient, hun.
I feel it in the back of my throat. It's dry. That's why I'm
Mm. You're also right next to the door, so you're inhaling while you're talking.
coughing.
When the balls are set like this, this is where I'd really take my time, shot for shot.
It's like me. They say look 3 balls ahead. If
Right.
it's like this, I'm one at a time. Just focus here. Get to the next. Thank you, baby.
He's not talking to me. His other baby.
The significant other.
The SO.
Oh, that goes down much better than Coke. I'm a sweet tea drinker. I don't drink Cokes.
You know, I had 2 sweet teas on the way here. Stopped at
Yeah.
Bucky's twice. Get
Normally,
sweet tea.
normally they keep a gallon here for me, but we forgot this.
You know who makes really good sweet tea? Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A does.
Yeah.
But when I go to Chick-fil-A, well, when we go, it's Arnold Palmer's.
Yes. I was about to say their
Raising
lemonade.
Cane's is good.
Yes, their lemonade is very strong.
McAllister's is good.
Popeyes.
Popeyes is good.
Popeyes. Outback also has really good mango tea.
Oh, see, she's the mango. She does the fruity stuff.
You know, what you can do is get unsweetened tea from HEB
I do.
and buy Monin mango
Yeah.
syrup. Oh, it's a dream come true for me.
Yeah, see, I do half and half. I buy Red Diamond Sweet and Red Diamond Unsweet,
Hmm.
and I mix them in my cup every day.
I like that. Let's like kind of like the bank this to give him shape on the 7.
Mainly because I'm too lazy to make
Oh, I make Thai tea at home.
tea. Well, she should make it for me, but she does so much already. It's like, let's just buy it.
Sweet. Oh wow.
Stay on that. Get over, get over, get over.
Wow.
Beautiful bank. Just didn't quite get to leave.
That little slit there where the jaw was.
It's pretty close to the bank. Always look at that.
He will cut it.
You
I
look
think.
at He just called the bank.
Okay.
But he hasn't shot it. Is he one of those that once he commits, he's committed?
Yes. 100%. Well,
Beautiful.
wow. Such precision there with a cue ball. Cue ball control on that and also making that bank such great bank.
Yeah, babe. Huh? Yeah, I know. This whole game is going to be highlighted. Yeah. I'm going to write the whole game down. Get
A team just showed up.
it over with. She knows my routine.
Yes,
She doesn't claim any of it. There she goes and walks away.
that's a real keeper right there.
Yeah. She's happy because I do this and she gets to play the tournaments.
She's very sweet.
Don't tell her that. She'll disagree.
All right.
But she's never leaving me. I bought her a house. And she'll tell you that herself. There.
Oh,
He actually is going to get a decent leave.
yeah. Rail to rail.
If you're going to miss it, Tommy walking away, but if you're going to miss it, that's the way you want to miss it.
I think it's just probably taking a breather. Do a little self pep talk. And it did really get quiet in here.
Yeah,
I can slice it with a knife.
exactly. Maybe we've got the TV down for the Super Bowl speeches, announcements.
Yeah. Did he call a shot or did he call a save?
He's just gonna give it to him. All right.
All right, so it's going
That's
to
the first
be
set.
the first set.